Hey guys, thank you for being here for my How to Get Away with Murder live chat. I said that so happily. Murder with a smile. So if you're in the room, go ahead and say hello. I see that Tobin is in here. And if you say hi, I will give you a shout out. Anyway, hopefully you had a chance to watch my video that I uploaded maybe like an hour ago about last night's episode. And something I wanted to mention that I meant to mention in the video and I totally forgot until like after I uploaded the video is the promo for next week, where there was a question about that Frank was asking, like, how do you know that I'm not the baby daddy? And I was like, oh my God, I don't understand, because one of you guys told me that Pete Nowalk had confirmed that Wes was the dad. I don't know if that was on Twitter or where that was. I actually never saw that myself, but I kind of just believed that. And no, that's totally maybe true. So I'm kind of confused as to why they're having Frank bring up, is he the dad, if that was already confirmed. So I don't know, because we always have questions about this, like every video I do. Hey, Unicorn, Wit, Aisha, Makara, E, Fiji, Luke, and Connie, thank you so much for being here. So I don't know why that's going to be a question again next week, but I know like every time we do a live chat, people are like, who is the father of, Laurel's baby? And then I'm like, well, someone told me it was Wes, but now I'm like, I don't know. Hi, Chai City, thank you for being here. I liked this week's episode. I got some comments, I think, on Twitter that people thought it was slow, but I don't know. I really didn't, and I actually kind of like last week's episode too. I think they're getting better as time goes on. Unicorn says Wes is the dad. Stop, LOL. You thought it was confirmed too, but you're confused. Why is that still a storyline? I don't understand either, because if the shows, if the people associated with the show are saying on social media or wherever that Wes is the dad, it's like, why are we bringing it up in the show if Frank is the dad? I don't know, but I knew that Frank and Laurel were going to hook up last night, because you could just tell that from like the promo and the fact that she was, I want to call him Matt McGorry. It's not Matt McGorry. Anyway, she was like, all about him. Hi, Christian. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I mean, I just want to know for sure. Like, I hope that they say for sure who is the dad on the show, so we can stop, the speculation about it. I think they really need to address it on the show and say, this is the dad. Like, I think it shouldn't be addressed on social media. E loved Annalise getting Michaela together. Yeah, I mean, I kind of enjoyed the drama, because Michaela does not want to work with Annalise again, but here they are. But then again, Annalise did a really, really good job with the issue that Soraya was having with her ex-husband, and she resolved all that for her. Wint says you thought Wes was the dad because they wanted to keep him alive. And we also know it's a boy, and I thought that it was Wes's kid. But I just don't understand why that's being brought up again, So the other big thing to talk about, which is kind of the title of my, or not kind of, but it is the title of my chat today, is Oliver actually felt really bad for Oliver, because we know how much he cares about Connor, and Connor's dad doesn't like him for Connor. But I personally feel like it's because he can tell how much Connor has changed. He knows he's depressed. He's not happy. He dropped out of school. He just doesn't seem like himself. And I think the reason he's saying this about Oliver is that he thinks Oliver has changed him as a person, which we know that that is not the case. It's because Connor has so much guilt from the crimes he's been involved in, from his associations with Annalise, that he's changed his demeanor, and he is depressed, I believe. So Fiji says you think that Laurel just hooked up with Frank so she can get him to kill her dad, because before that she said, I'll do anything for you. Definitely could be, definitely. Unicorn says, a lot of people say that you liked him, wasn't your fave, but you felt bad for him. Makara says in a flash forward, she says, where's my baby? And I think that if it were Frank, she would have said, where's our baby? Now that's a really good point there, because we know she's saying, where's my baby, I think, or where's the baby? But she didn't reference him as like the dad. So I think that, I mean, I still feel like Wes is the dad, but I just don't understand why that's going to be brought up again next week, questioning who is the dad, Unicorn says you think it's because Connor's dad can see he's depressed, so he thinks it involves Oliver. But as you can see by the end of the episode, Connor was acting kind of weird and distant toward Oliver, so I don't know if he's going to take the stuff that his dad said to heart and be like, break up with him or try to distance himself. I really don't know, because they have been talking about getting married and everything, but I wonder if this is going to like put the brakes on that. The puppy. Yeah, the puppy was the nickname for Wes that Frank gave him. Hi, Henry. Thank you for being here. So anyway, also what I talked about in my video, what I'll mention here is that Bonnie, we know that she's definitely insane, and she's so insane that she is going to see Annalise's therapist now under a fake name just to get dirt, probably on Annalise. And I just, Nate was exactly right. She has massive issues. She's basically obsessed with Annalise. She can't let her go. We knew this. And so I don't know where that's going for her, but it's a sickness and she really needs help. And she definitely does need therapy, but as herself, not as a fake person. So I really do hope. Hi, Tiago. Thank you for being here. I hope that in next week, they just go on and confirm that Wes is the dad so we can all stop thinking or worrying about this. Georgie says you're worried for Connor. You feel like he might commit suicide. That's really scary. I mean, I've kind of always thought that they won't kill off a Keating 4, I guess, anytime soon because of the Wes death, but you just never know. But I really hope not. That would be extremely disappointing. Connie said the scene with the flash forward last night with Oliver, which we haven't talked about yet, reminding you a lot of the flash forward scenes last year where Oliver was outside of AK's house. So you think it's to do with him or it would be strange. Agree. And I feel like they're setting it up because they want us to believe that Connor is possibly this person whose blood is everywhere. So I don't know if that's just a massive red herring or if it actually is him who's the victim. I don't know what you guys think about that. Jerome says you think the reason why Oliver was on Kaplan and Gold is because someone needed his IT skills, because on the episode Laurel and Michaela needed his help for some IT stuff. Yes. Christian says, why do I think Bonnie went to the therapist and why change her name? Well, I think she changed her name just in case the therapist mentioned that he had a patient by that name or anything like that that would let Annalise know that she was going to see him. But I definitely think she went to maybe like possibly get a chance to snoop around his office to see what he's been talking to Annalise about. I don't think if she asked him, he would say, so maybe she's hoping she can distract him and like go through his files or steal his files or something. Hi, Ralph. Thank you for being here. Hi, Edwin. Edwin's asking, what if Oliver murders Connor or Connor's dad? That would be terrible. Terrible. I hope not. Oh my God. Never thought about that, but I hope not. And Luke is saying we still don't know where Annalise is in the flash forward. Shai City says, usually when something happens to a mother's child, like during or after birth, they tend to say, where's my child? You think Frank is the baby's father and she cheated on Wes. So again, I really think they need to confirm it on the show, not with someone on social media, and say, this is the dad, do like a paternity test or something, figure it out like when the baby's born. I don't know. Just figure it out here so we can like put it to rest. Hi, Bernadetta. Thank you for being here. Fiji says there were 3 scenes that focus on Annalise in an elevator, so maybe that's foreshadowing that she's the one with the blood everywhere. Don't think she's dead, though. That's a good point. Definitely don't think they would kill her off. Agree with you. But maybe she's the injured person here. Whit says, you get why Bonnie is in the show. She knows Annalise more than others. She just bores you from time to time. She bothers me. I know she has a lot of issues and she had like a tough life as a kid and everything, but she is really annoying and she's just so needy. And I guess that comes from like, her past and everything, but her obsession with Annalise is like really weird to me and it's annoying. But again, I guess that stems from like her background, but it's just weird. Georgie says you want Annalise to work at Kaplan and Gold so she can take down Laurel's father and Terrace. Yeah, I think that would be cool. I think that's definitely going to cause a lot of issues between her and Michaela, as we could kind of tell from last night, but it's almost, yeah, I mean, I kind of like this. They have to spice it up and like introduce new characters and kind of new plot lines. So that's what they're doing with this law firm. But I think that's kind of interesting. Ralph says Connor, Asher, or Michaela's new mentor is the dead body. So I actually kind of thought about that last night, that I wonder how this woman who is the like super lawyer that is Michaela's mentor will play into the end of this season or the half end of this season. And I kind of wondered if she was involved somehow in the bloody scene, so definitely she could be. I don't know why I get on hair in my nose. I think these little hairs on my face, for my hair, for my actual hair. And not that I need to shave my face, but they're like itching my nose. I'm so sorry, because I know that's annoying. Unicorn hated the Laurel and Frank scene. It gave you weird and uncomfortable feeling. you mean, because Frank was like, no, and Laurel basically said, shut up. I think, I hate to say this, but I think seriously that his no meant yes because he's like in love with her. Not that anyone's no really ever means yes, but in this case, I think it did. So, okay, so there's blood in Annalise's hotel and in the Kaplan Gold office. Is that right? I don't know. Maybe. So Whit says Connor probably won't be on the show much longer. Storyline is getting boring, but Oliver killing him, that would be a twist. That's probably going to happen just because I've just decided that Oliver is a nice person and I've taken him off my suspect list after last year just being so insistent that he was evil. Because he seems so sweet. I totally get that. And so I'm back on the, where most people are, where I'm like, he's a good guy. He's a sweet person. Now he's probably going to kill somebody because I've already determined that he's nice again. Connie says there's always a chance that they do a similar thing to season 2 where the person who was shot, or the person who shot Annalise might be the case this season, although slightly different regarding her. Luke says we still don't know where Asher is. Yes, Asher, that's his name. And Connor on the flash forward. So those are the 2 people I think we're missing. Are those the only 2 people we're missing from the flash forward? You really want to know what happened, like 2 crime scenes. Yeah, Unicorn, definitely. Right, so nothing happened with Laurel's dad, as Chai City is saying, which I don't like that storyline, but I know that is a big storyline. I mean, now we were more focused in this episode about the DA and they mentioned his dad because apparently he's posing as a dead person to donate to the DA's election campaign. So there's that. I still feel like he could be the bloody person. I think we will dispose of Laurel's dad in this season because it's just a dead storyline anyway, and I think he needs to go, and I'm just tired of it. And of course he's a very bad person, and again they're trying to determine how to bring him down for killing Wes, so I think killing him off would be perfect because I don't think we need him anymore on this show. Hi Esther, thank you so much for being here. Whit says Oliver is a sweetheart, but him killing someone, the show is all about shock moments. That would be a killer one. Yes, absolutely. Corey's asking if I miss Wes. I think the show has suffered a little bit without him because basically, in my opinion, he was the best, not the best, but the front runner of he was kind of the face of the Keating 5, the main student. I kind of felt like the show made him the main student. But for me, when he had all of the drama in his personal life, I didn't really like him as a character because he was, and I understand why he was, but he was always depressed and in a bad place and angry. And I didn't really particularly like him in that way, So to say that I miss him, no, but I think the show, I'm very surprised they killed him off because I just think it's kind of a missing element in the show. Jerome says Kaplan blood is from Michaela's boss, and then the Annalise's dorm elevator blood is unknown. So again, that's really confusing because there's 2 scenes where there's blood, okay? One of those is to help as a decoy to throw some people away, says Jerome. Maybe Frank helped too. Chai City says you don't think Laurel's dad killed him. For some reason, you think Bonnie had him killed. Oh my God, because we know Bonnie is always involved in the shadiest stuff, so it could be. Hi, Maxie. Thank you for being here. If I missed your guys' comments, just comment again. I'm trying to get to everybody, so comment it again if I did not see it and you commented a couple minutes ago. Connie says, Wes was the first character we saw, so always the first person you thought of from the K5. Definitely. I felt like he was the face, the main student, the focused on student. So I think they just went for shock value there. I think that's really all it was. They just wanted to do something they thought nobody would think that they would do and to kill the main focus of the Keating 5. That's kind of all I can get from that, why they decided to do that. Maxie says you would love to see a relationship like Walter and Jesse from Breaking Bad. That was definitely a great show. I was watching that before I did these types of reviews on YouTube, but I know I definitely would have been doing that show on here. I know probably a lot of you guys watched it. Tobin, someone had a really bad nosebleed in 2 different locations. I feel bad for them because they put their hand in it and everything. That was that's a 911 emergency nosebleed. Get to the hospital now. Corey needs Laurel to stop acting like she and Wes dated for years. I think she only is because he's dead and was murdered and her dad was the person who, was, basically behind all of this. So I think if he was still alive, I don't think she would be that freaked out even if they broke up, but that's kind of what I think. Whit says you loved Annalise putting Michaela in her place. Yes, it was funny. I liked it. Georgie says you hope that the baby storyline stops after this season. Yeah, and again, I'm curious to see what happens with that baby. Will it be put up for adoption, given to a family member? What happens? Because again, it's weird to me. Maybe they can make it work since Laurel is not currently dating anyone. There's like no man in her life. Like, who's going to take care of the baby when she's off doing criminal work? That's what I want to know. Whit says the whole, you need someone to be the mom, yours wasn't. Good TV, definitely. That was like very good, absolutely. Luke says you love How to Get Away with Murder, but you hope they don't drag the show for a long time. You think they should honestly stop at like season 6 or 7. And I feel you. I think it's kind of getting to a point where they are, I feel like, running out of ideas. So I don't know how much longer they plan to have this season go, but I think a good indication is that Scandal is ending this year, and I think it maybe came on a couple years before How to Get Away with Murder. So it looks like Shonda will be able to give this show up eventually, unlike Grey's Anatomy, which has gone on forever and ever and ever, and I haven't watched it, so I don't know if Grey's Anatomy should still be on. I have no idea. Maybe it should, but it's been on for a long time, but maybe it's still very like relevant and fresh. I'm not sure. Tobin says, can Viola come to your funeral? I mean, I hope you're not going to plan a funeral anytime soon. Totally Super Awkward says, you see that Kelly. Okay, well, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was an outstanding episode, but I thought it had some good moments, and I think it's like a slow burn, like it's slowly becoming better by each episode. Chai City says, you think each season they kill off students from Keating 5, and Grey's should have ended like after 8. I don't even know when did that start? In the 90s or something crazy like that? I have no idea, but I feel like maybe. Maxie says you can give this show until season 7. Now we're in season 4 now. You think from this season we will see the characters taking no return pass, like Laurel not coming back to law school. So yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the most interesting elements for me is what happens after she has the baby. I don't think anyone's going to murder it or steal it forever or whatever. Oh, Grey's started in 2005. Thank you. So we've always talked about this. We talked about this since we learned she was pregnant. Like, what happens with her character with the baby? I mean, I think she will get the baby back no matter what. I just don't see them going there again. They're not going to say, oh, the baby died or someone killed it. That's just like, I know these shows are going out there and doing crazy things, but if they say someone murdered that baby, that's just going to be like, no. So Graf says that Grey's is on season 13, which is insane. I don't know. Never see. I'm not really into medical type shows, but unless they have some kind of really great twist, I don't think I've ever watched any medical show. That doesn't mean that they aren't good. I think when I hear it's a medical show, I'm like, no, like I just don't want to watch it. And maybe I'm totally missing out on stuff. I have no idea. Possibly, probably, I don't know. But that's not a genre, like, topic that I'm interested in. I guess the only things I've ever watched with medical stuff were, like, definitely where people were being killed in the hospitals or something. Maybe that's why I really dislike Scream Queen Season 2, because it had a medical theme. I really dislike that. Chai said he loved this show because the plot, the writing, the acting. Season 3 was boring, which led you not to watch. Oh, so you don't watch it live anymore. I mean, I still do. I just kind of like look at my phone during the commercials, but I really like watching shows not live. But with some of these types of shows, like How to Get Away with Murder, and since I'm able to watch it on the East Coast when it first premieres, I feel like if I don't, like, sometimes I'll just get on Twitter and accidentally see something. And I haven't even watched This Is Us from this week, and I accidentally saw something, the spoiler from Twitter. So that kind of happens. Like, I'm not even looking online for information about an episode that I've missed or haven't watched yet, but it just somehow appears because I follow a lot of the people on Twitter involved in all these shows, and I follow a lot of you guys. So that's really one of my only reasons for watching some of these shows live, because I know if I wait to watch it, if I can, if I can't do it, I obviously watch it later. But if I wait to watch it, I take a big chance that I'm going to get on social media and not even be looking for it. But there it is. Someone's like, oh, 14 people died in last night's How to Get Away with Murder, and they list them, and I'm just like, what? Like, no. I've heard that The Good Doctor is really good, and I think that's actually like a drama and not about murders, but I have heard it's good. I don't know if I have the time in my schedule currently with all these shows on to fit a new show in. I probably don't, but I know like around, I think all of these shows will end like around end of November. So I'll probably be looking for some new shows there. But there's been a lot of new shows, and a lot of people have given me a lot of good suggestions, but I feel overwhelmed to add like another show to what I'm already doing, but I will get around to some of these because I always do. Jerome says you wonder if the Keating Four will be back together with Annalise at some point near the end, or them fighting or battling with Annalise will keep them on for season 4 or 5. Well, this is season 4, so I definitely see them going to season 5, and I don't really know past that. I'm not really sure, but Georgie says, hopefully How to Get Away with Murder doesn't end like Scandal, where random characters are the ones with big reveals. That sucks. I watched that show, like, I never watched it live, but people kept begging me to watch it, like, not like you guys, just people in my life. And so I watched like maybe 2 seasons, and I was watching it like on my computer or whatever. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. And I started to get bored, maybe like season 3. I don't know if that's just a bad season or a slow season, or maybe it just wasn't working for me. But to hear that major reveals are happening with not important characters is bad. That's really bad. Tobin wants to know about a blog where you want to talk about TV shows on it, promoting it. Okay, well, I don't have a blog. I tried to have one about non-TV stuff a long time ago, and I didn't know what to do with it. I would just say be consistent with it, just kind of like I did with my YouTube channel. When I started it, no one knew about it. Nobody watched it. But I just kept uploading, and then I, made sure that I would talk about what I was doing on Twitter and hashtag things. So if you have a blog, you can hashtag, words, TV shows and actors and actresses that you're talking about in your blog post, because people are always searching for celebrities' names on Twitter, or TV shows they like, or movies or whatever. So I would just say don't expect, who knows, it may blow up overnight. I don't know, but I think some people start a YouTube or start a blog and they get really excited and think that they'll, start it today and tomorrow they'll wake up and have like 5,000 people following them. And I think for most people that doesn't happen. So I would just, I always kept my expectations kind of low so that I wouldn't get burn out. So I would just keep at it. And, like I said, if you want me to retweet you, I can. Not that I'm famous on here. I'm not, but you can let me know on Twitter. I can retweet anything you want me to that deals with your blog, or if any of you other guys are doing something on YouTube or whatever and want me to retweet your video or whatever, I'm happy to do that, even though I'm not famous here either, but I've been doing it a little while. So I have, all you guys here, so that's cool. But I think it's just, something that you have to be consistent about and don't get discouraged about, and just wait. And it's not about how many people are watching you. It's like how many people are reading your blog. It's you're doing it because this is your passion and you enjoy it, not because you want to get a lot of people. And I'm not saying that you do, but I'm just saying some people look at it that way. And if they don't get people quickly, they're like, I'm not going to do this anymore because nobody's coming here. Okay, let's get back to some of the comments here. Okay, E says, what do I think of Connor not listening to Oliver when he tells him not to get involved, like with Annalise and now his dad? Well, I think Connor is just in a super bad place, like we've all kind of talked about. I think he's super depressed. And I think, that's what his dad is seeing. I don't think his dad's a bad person, but he's just seeing that he's not in a good place. He's depressed. He's dropped out of school. He doesn't have, goals for the rest of his life. And he's blaming that, I guess, on Oliver. Maybe he thinks Oliver talked him into dropping out of school or being weird or whatever. And it's not any of that. I don't know how to fix his situation because he has so much guilt from all of the stuff he's been participating in for the past couple of years. And he's trying to get away from it, but he's still hanging around the same people. So I think for him, maybe, thank you, Ralph. I think for Connor, maybe he should not be with Oliver. Maybe he should move somewhere else, maybe enroll in law school somewhere else and try to get like a fresh start. But I think the things that he's done in the past will like always haunt him. So I don't know if he can ever feel better. I don't know. That's really depressing, but I'm just not sure. I don't know what he's going to do. That's why some of you guys have said, he's going to kill himself or something. I don't know. That's so depressing, but I don't know. Connie says, to be fair, Oliver used to ignore Connor when Connor warned him not to work for Annalise. Yeah, remember when Oliver was really strange? I think that was last season, and that's probably why I felt like he was definitely a killer, because I think they were just making him a red herring. But he went through a period of time where he didn't even know, like he didn't really want to date him. He didn't want to be with him. He acted really distant. And now he's like all about him again. And now Connor's getting weird. Whit says he thinks he's too comfortable and that Connor has lost his motivation spark. Yeah, I totally see that from Connor's dad. and again, he said he liked Oliver, so it's not like he dislikes him, but I think he feels like maybe this is the reason that Connor is in a weird place, and it's not really. But, you know, Oliver's connected to his current situation here in Pennsylvania, and maybe he needs like a total fresh start. So I don't see them really going there with the story because I don't see them following him to another state or something. But if he does that, I feel like he's just off the show. I would rather him do that than like kill himself. You know, I'd rather him just move away for a while or something. Georgie says Oliver has done a few things behind Connor's back. Maybe killing someone is another thing. See, now all of you guys think he's like a killer. Because I remember when I talked about him being a killer all the time, people thought I was crazy. I know some of you didn't, but I got a lot of comments. Like, people were angry and they're like, no, he's so nice. But, I mean, I could get back on board with that plan, but, you know, that theory. But right now I'm saying that he's still a nice guy, but we'll see. Maxie says, from who do you think is the blood we see in the firm and end of last episode? I think you're talking about the mentor of Michaela's. We kind of talked about that a little bit earlier. Possibly, yeah, I could definitely see that. Chai City says Scandal should have stopped after season 4. The show became like Pretty Little Liars, where it lost the plot of the show, and each season is just her back and forth between two guys. So I don't know, because I quit watching it, so maybe that's a good thing. I'm not sure, but I know it's really, really popular, so I don't know. Yeah, so I feel like Tobin's asking what's the deal with Bon Bon and Frank. So I think he lied to her last night about being with Laurel. He didn't tell her. Didn't he say he was with his mom or something? And I think, yes, she still has feelings for him. And I think also she would be very jealous if she knew he was with Laurel last night. Corey, yes, the center has. Well, I'm saying that I think I don't know if the center has been renewed for a season 2. I felt like, I know a lot of people talked about it, but does anyone know if it was for sure? I don't remember that. Thank you, Georgie. I appreciate that. Ralph says Connor's dad does not like Oliver due to Connor's stepdad flirting with Oliver. Okay, I didn't get that impression, but I just thought that Oliver was trying to be nice and be accepted by the dads. Like, I didn't feel like there was a flirtation. I don't know. I've never watched Bates Motel. I know everyone says it's really, really good. Connie says the Bonnie, Frank, and Laurel situation you're finding quite frankly old and uninteresting. Yeah, pretty much. All they have to do now is throw Asher back into the mix and say that Bonnie still has a crush on him or something. Then that will just get really messed up. We don't need that. Chai City says, what if Bonnie had something to do with Laurel's baby? I think someone mentioned that a little bit earlier, but also saying, what if she finds... Oh, no, they thought she killed Wes's dad. Sorry. They said, what if she finds out that Frank and Laurel hooked up? That would be a twist. Well, she's definitely crazy enough to do something like that. So who knows? Because that woman, something's just not right with her. You guys know that. Connie says, don't get you started with Bon Bon and Asher. Wasn't that just so weird? But I could see them going some, like, all of a sudden she's, like, jealous of Michaela and she decides she wants him back or something. Like, I don't want them to go there, but I could see that happening, you know? But I am excited more than I was about, like, this end mystery because it seems pretty complex. Again, we have, like, 2 crime scenes and we don't really know who it could be. But I still have a feeling it's going to be somebody lame, honestly. I don't know. I just don't see them having a big person killed off, but I don't know. I just don't see that. Chai City says, does anyone care who killed Wes? Well, we already know who it was. I mean, it was that hitman, which was really lame, and which was one of the reasons I totally disliked the finale for season 3. And I need that to be wrapped up. I think we really need to move. It would be great if we could wrap that up at the end of the half season and just move past that when we come back in 2018. Because we're dragging it so much. And we're at the point now we don't even see him in flashbacks. So it's not like they're just using that to keep Alfred, on the show with flashbacks we've never seen. Well, I think we know. I think it was that. I mean, I think we know it was that hitman that ran into Laurel like at the very end of the episode, right? I don't know. E says Laurel was funny checking out Asher's butt and asking Michaela about it. It was really funny. And I think the funniest part to me was when Asher was like, wait, was she checking me out? And Michaela was like, oh, don't be so full of yourself. Like, she wouldn't give him the justification that, yes, that's exactly what was happening. Georgie says maybe the therapy sessions of Bonnie will reveal her dark side. Definitely could. Absolutely. Yeah, so yeah, we're not getting any Wes flashbacks, and we're also not getting any Sam flashbacks, because every season they've been obsessed with bringing this actor back into the mix and having like new flashbacks that we've never seen with the guy who plays Sam, but we haven't had those either, which is fine because that's super old news, but I always feel like they try to, you know, bring that back somehow. Connie says you liked that Michaela has had such bad previous relationships that she's so insecure she can't help but be okay with it, or you personally feel that way. I think you were replying to Tobin, so I really don't know there. But anyway, but yeah, I think there's some hope for this season, and then I also see that it could be lame. I mean, like the reveals, basically, that's what I'm talking about. So, I don't know. Yeah, I think Michaela and Asher, I guess they're kind of like an opposites attract thing because he's just so ridiculously silly and she's just a lot more mature. And it was funny, like he got jealous of the guy like at the bedding place or the mattress place not too long ago. I don't know. Because Tobin's saying you think that she could do better than Asher. Yeah, she's awesome. I mean, he's okay. He's just so silly. Like, he's just so childlike, you know? Tobin says last season needs to be fixed with a bandage. Yes, let's fix it. And Chai City says Riverdale is better than this show, Riverdale this season. Georgie says Sam might be back next week since he was Bonnie's therapist and also Annalise's. Definitely, he definitely could be. But is there anything else we haven't discussed relating to this episode or relating to the where we're going with this show that we need to? I feel like we've covered everything, but if we haven't, let me know. If you are new here, if you're watching this live or later on, I'm covering all of the season of How to Get Away with Murder, so I would love for you to subscribe and thumbs up this video. I'm still trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. That would make me so happy. I think I'm at 9,500, so every subscriber counts. Tobin wishes they killed Asher, but you're still mad about Matt and Orange is the New Black. Well, I haven't caught up completely on Orange is the New Black. Hi, Deja. Thank you for saying hi. So, no spoilers on that. I'm like on the last season that was aired on Netflix. I haven't finished it. But he disappeared from Orange is the New Black. I don't know, unless he comes back or something. If he does, don't tell me. But he's been gone forever, and that's where I first discovered Matt McGorry, and I thought he was great. But he's very, very different on this show. So the funny thing was, I don't know if any of you guys follow me on Twitter or saw this on Twitter, but when I went to that event in Hollywood last week, I saw Matt and Shonda. They were like really close to me in the room, and he was acting just like Asher. So I think maybe that's his actual self. And he like hugged Shonda, so it was very weird. It was weird to be there, is what I'm saying, and see that. Very strange. But I was like, oh my God, I think he's actually like Asher. Did I see the sad episode of Room 104? I did. I thought it was sad, but I still didn't love it. But it was very sad, but I still thought there was just not much substance to it. It was very depressing. But I've definitely made the decision I'm not going to do that show on my channel anymore. I think I missed 2 or 3 episodes, but I did watch the finale. And it just isn't for me because almost every episode I thought was not that good. Some I thought were terrible. Some I thought were okay. And only one I thought was fantastic. So for me, I'm not even gonna watch it anymore. So sorry, Room 104. Sorry, not sorry, Room 104. Really surprised that it got renewed, honestly. Yep, I'm exposing Hollywood. Although this was a good exposing Hollywood. It wasn't a rude celebrity story. I haven't watched The Handmaid's Tale. I know that's got to be great. Plus, I love the lead actress because I watched her in Mad Men, and she was so good. Elizabeth something. I can't think of her last name. But what is her last name? Anyway, I really want to watch that. I don't have Hulu. I probably should definitely get that because I think that's where you find that show. But I know it won so many Emmys, so I know I'm missing out. And yeah, I feel bad about that. It's not going to happen anytime soon, but it might happen like around the holidays, you know, if I check that out, because that's kind of been in the back of my mind a lot. Like, I need to watch that show, you know. But Elizabeth Moss, thank you. There we go. Yes, thank you. Samira Wiley, is that the woman who plays Soroya? I can't remember. I don't know. Hi, JMG. E says you're going to die if Michaela's new role model is killed. She is really cool. I don't know her as an actress, but definitely. Yeah, JMG liked the episode. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah. Luke says, why was Bonnie with the therapist? Just to probably get dirt on Annalise or to mess with something. Who knows? To plant something or to steal the files or to do something really messed up. Oh, from Orange is the New Black. Orange is the New Black. Who say? Oh, that is cool. No, I don't know. I really like that show, by the way. I just don't do it on my channel. Anthony just finished watching it too. Cool. Awesome. I don't know what Nate's role is, Georgie, but except for shady, because like every single season they make that man shady. And that's kind of an old storyline too, to me, because I feel like his character just never goes anywhere or develops. It's just shady, 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 like every season, you know? William wants Nate or Bonnie to die. I mean, really, like I like Nate because the actor who plays Nate is from Dexter, so I liked him on there. But I also get it. He's really not very popular, at least with you guys. I don't see a lot of point with him anymore. Anthony's from Ireland. That's lovely. Thank you. So anyway, Nate is eye candy. I think that's what we've talked about before, but I think that's why they keep him around. I think Denver is very much involved in Wes's death, Maxie. He needs to go too. I could definitely see the deaths being Denver and Laurel's dad, and that's fine. Kind of boring, but that's fine. Ralph says Annalise really needs to get over this Frank kill my baby thing. Oh, yeah, joking. Right. We were back on that again. I mean, right. She just needs to move on. Like, it's just a baby. You guys know I'm joking. Like, who cares? No, I'm playing. Connie says Nate helping 1 minute, then sulking with Annalise the next, and it's pointless. Yes. Who do I think is the hottest person on the show? You know, I really did like Matt McGorry from Orange is the New Black, and that's what brought me over here. But on this show, I don't find him hot at all. Let me think. Frank. Honestly, I kind of like Frank, even though he's awful. There's something about him, guys. I don't know. Bad boys. But Connor, I think before all of the... He looks so different this season. I think Connor needs the longer hair and the beard back. Not digging the new look. I don't know. I feel like maybe he's lost some weight, too, that he didn't, like, need to lose. But I think, I feel like Laurel with Frank, it's like, I know I shouldn't like him or be attracted to him, but there's definitely something about him. And I literally almost died when he almost killed himself. You know, right, he kills people. I mean, how can we get any more bad than that? A guy who kills people. Don't we all want that in our lives? I'm joking. Like, don't we want that? Isn't that like the best man we could ever find? No. So in real life, no. I mean, if I knew Frank in real life and knew he'd actually murdered someone, like, I don't care what the reason is, no. No. But just because it's fictional and whatever. You guys are so funny. Yeah, it's so funny. It's not that he's a bad boy. It's not that I like him because he kills people, because part of me knows he's insane and obviously a murderer and you can't trust him. But it's just his whole persona. It's really not anything to do with, I mean, they all kill people, you know? I don't know. Very funny. Frank kills babies. George. He didn't do it on purpose, okay? He didn't do it on purpose. Now, come on. If he had straight up murdered a kid, you guys know that this video is getting flagged as totally not, you know, for the family. This video is never going to be monetized. Whatever. Ralph says Frank is a genuine lady killer and a baby killer. Yes, all of these things. Yeah. Anyway, so funny. These chats always go to funny places. Oh, this is definitely getting flagged for, what's the word? Inappropriate. It's inappropriate for all advertisers. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. I'll have to delete it or something. No, it's okay. Sometimes it gets flagged and then it comes back like in a day for monetization. And sometimes not. You just never know. Sam was kind of hot, right? I agree with JMG. Another bad boy, another killer. You guys are messed up. Seriously. Sam was like an old guy, though. Like, he was pretty old, right? How old was he? I mean, we're pushing it on the age for him. But, yeah, but he was really not nice. Oof, I feel like he's almost worse than, he was a bad guy. Michaela is beautiful. Agree. Oh, is Sam really back next week? We were just talking about that. That needs to go. I really don't need to see him again, right? I mean, no. Michaela's really pretty. I think Laurel's really pretty, too. Anyway, Sam needs to go. Like, Sam died, what, season 1? We need to move on. It's time. And it's pretty much time to move on from Wes. Remember when Frank killed that baby? Yeah, hot. So hot. Guys, he didn't do it on purpose. Come on. I mean, I'm going to take up for him, right? So funny. I feel like we're talking about OJ here for those of you who live in America. Like, some people still think he's super hot, even though he probably... Okay, I can't even say that. I know that this video will get taken down if I say that. Anyway. Damon and Elena, you can't believe that people... Wait, weren't they originally a couple on there? I quit watching the show. But I actually saw Ian Somerhalder. He's very hot. And I was, like, seriously, like, could grab him and touch him, like, a couple days ago. But they look really good together. But I honestly thought... In my mind, I was thinking that it was, who's the girl that played Elena? I thought it was her. They kind of look similar, right? But Ian, I always loved Ian, right? He's the greatest. Ugh. Even though I quit watching that show, but he's very hot. But with Nikki, they're like perfect. They look perfect together. But the other girl who played Elena looks a lot like Nikki Reed, so he definitely has a type. No, I've never watched Supernatural. Nina Dobrev, yes. Right? Doesn't she kind of look like Nikki? I don't know. Yeah, every time we get to the end of this chat, we just go to a different place. Probably a more fun place than where we were before. But yes, oh gosh, I always loved Ian way better than the other dude on that show. Ooh, True Blood. Speaking of really hot guys, like I love, what's his name? The guy who played Eric on there. He's always a terrible person. He was like the most terrible person ever on Big Little Lies. Terrible. But I still like him. Does anyone know about Lila? Does Laurel know about Lila? I don't know. I have trouble remembering. Jensen Ackles. Yes. 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 Probably saying his last name wrong, am I? No, I don't think that Bonnie's actually seeking help, because why didn't she just give her real name? And why is she going to the exact same therapist Annalise is going to? Because she's obsessed. Yes, Alexander. Why did I forget his name? Alexander from True Blood. Jason Stackhouse, though. What is that actor doing? Why have I not seen him anywhere? Who's the guy that played Jason Stackhouse? Where has he been? We need him back. Can we get him back on one of the shows that we watch? I don't even know his real name. We must see him again. Yes, we must. Why did the therapist deny Bonnie's call? Well, I kind of wondered if maybe he knew she was totally fake. Alexander Skarsgård, thank you. Alexander Skarsgård, there we go. But I think maybe he realized at that point in the series that, like, she's fake. Paul Wesley from The Vampire Diaries was in a great horror movie called Killer Movie. Paul Wesley was the other counterpart to Ian's character, and I haven't seen that movie, so maybe I will one day. Yeah, Alexander Skarsgård's brother, was the guy who played Pennywise in the new It, absolutely. Ryan Quanten plays Jason. There we go. I remember that. Shrek, right. Shrek was really hot. That was exactly what I was thinking. I couldn't remember Shrek's name, but green guys are really hot, so that's it. Yes, Jason Stackhouse is an Australian, which is funny, or the guy who plays Jason, Ryan, but it's funny because he played, like, the super country guy, and I live in Kentucky, and, like, a lot of people actually act and talk like, they don't all look like him, but they act and talk like Jason's character, which is weird, I guess. I'm not really into that type of accent, but you'll find that a lot around here. If you're into that, you should come here. I'd rather hear an Australian accent than the whatever country accent that he had. I don't know. No, someone said that I should love Shrek. I don't know who said that. Someone said they thought Shrek was really hot, and I was just being funny. I don't know if they were being serious, but someone, yes, JMG says that they love Shrek. Anyway, Shrek is good. Shrek is good, but Shrek is really a prince in disguise, so it's okay. Anyway. Shrek. Guys, no. Anyway, yeah, we need to show, like, True Blood again. Even though I don't like supernatural stuff, that was really good. The cast was really, really great. And I haven't, Night of Badassdom. I've never heard of that. Was that on recently? I feel like Ryan needs to be on one of these shows. Can we, let's keep him with his real accent and let's put him on one of these shows. We don't need him to be country anymore, but he needs to be relevant. We need him, he can fit in somewhere, I know. I know he can. We can fit him in somewhere. Come on. I see him on How to Get Away with Murder, or what else could we put him on? I don't think he would fit into Riverdale. What else could we have him on? Ooh, American Horror Story? No, I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. I think How to Get Away with Murder. I haven't watched Feud, but a lot of people said it's good. A lot of people have told me to watch that, and I've never seen it, which I'm sure that I should. Paul Wesley's acting destroyed Ian's bat. Was Ian a bad actor? I never knew. I really couldn't get past looking at him, honestly. And he looks just as great. He looks the same. He looks amazing. He looks the same to me as he did 4,000 years ago in Vampire Diaries. Like, he has not changed at all. I don't even know when that show started, but I think it was a long time ago. Like, when I was watching it, when it was just, like, right on, you know? Like, on live. And he looks the same. I mean, seriously. I'm saving careers. I am saving careers. Someone tell Ryan Quanten that we need him. I am putting it out there into the universe that someone needs to hire him. Shonda Rhimes needs to snatch him up. Like, where is he? Where is he? Is he doing something? Did he quit acting? I don't know. We need him back. No, everyone says the new Dynasty is so good. And I haven't watched it because I'm, like, avoiding new shows. But I know that just started. Oh, yes. So this new American Crime Story is going to be about Versace, and the promos for that during American Horror Story look so good. I don't really care a lot about the Versace story, but maybe I would. I don't know. I know Ryan does a good job with those, even though I've not watched them. But that's just what everyone tells me. You know, I guess the first one was the OJ one, which I didn't watch. But it won, like, every single award, so I'm assuming that this one will probably be good, too. I've never heard of two... Are you talking about Riverdale, Aisha? Yeah, I'm still watching. I'm still doing that on my channel. It's kind of slow. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know. It might get better, but it's okay. Yeah, I know people said OJ was really good. What shows do I watch that I don't review? Trying to think of what I watch probably nothing currently that I'm not reviewing. Like, I watch Younger. I did, like, one video on that, but it seemed like nobody cared. Younger's really good, and if you're trying to find hot guys on TV, you're welcome because, yeah, you should watch that. That's really good, and there's no killers. And usually the stuff that I watch that I don't talk about on here are people aren't dying. But I've watched a lot of stuff that I didn't talk about on here that ended or whatever, like Girls. I think I did, like, one video on that. But every time I try to do videos on stuff where there's not killers or murderers, like, on my channel, like, no one watches my videos about that. So I know what that says about you guys. Like, literally. Dora the Explorer, I did watch it. I haven't in a long time. It's been a minute. I don't really watch any cartoons now. Younger is really good, though. It's so good. There are some, like, weird things that happen on there, but no, like, killers or murderers. It's so good. I love it so much. Corey says if it doesn't have a killer, you're not interested. Now, come on. I can't, like, before I go to bed, I try not to watch the killer shows because I literally have nightmares, or the killer movies. So I like to have some stuff that's not. Oh, I watched this show. I thought it sounded dumb, but I was bored, like, this summer one time, and I tried watching Friends from College on Netflix, and it's not about killers at all, and I actually liked it. I did not think I would like it, but I actually did, and I'm kind of excited for a second season. I don't know. I should do videos where I discuss an entire season or show. I should. It'd have to be something that, like, ends, like, in real, like, I can't probably, if I try to talk about a show, like, Girls that ended a while back or something from ever ago, I would probably not remember. So I would be bad at talking about it, but, like, maybe something that I have. Oh, Tobin watched Friends from College. It's good. I didn't think I would like it, but it was really good. I don't know. So I'm throwing that out there in case anyone's looking for a Netflix show. Debbie Mazar, yeah. She does look really good. She looks amazing. And have you seen her husband? He's, like, so hot. He was on Wendy the other day. He's, like, some kind of chef. They were both on there. And I was like, oh, my God. Like, he's really good looking. And she was in, gosh, I used to date someone that forced me to watch all of that show about the guys that she was in. What is that? I did not really like it. It's like the guy version of Sex and the City. Oh, I did not really like it. But I think I've seen it all. The one that Debbie Mazar was in. Oh, my God. It wasn't for me. Just was not for me. But I've seen, like, most of it. Plus the movie. Anyway, I haven't seen Broadchurch. I heard that's good, though. And Jane the Virgin. And I have never heard of Dr. Foster. Haven't seen. Oh, I did used to watch Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. But I kind of thought it got a little crazy. Like, it got a little stupid. Does anyone watch that? I was, like, really into it for a while, and then I was like, I like musicals, and it's a musical TV show, but it was, like, it got a little stupid. I don't know. And I was kind of into the, like, relationship stuff that was going on there, and then that just got stupid. I don't know if any of you guys watched that. I don't know how I even started watching that, but I don't really recommend it. It started out really good, then it just got weird, and I think it's coming back again, and I don't know if I'm going to watch it. Oh, and I used to love, like, Kimmy Schmidt so much, and I just got behind on it, but I used to love that so much. Corey says, crazy ex-girlfriend made you die. It's really weird. I've tried watching it with other people, and they were like, whoa, what is this? They couldn't handle it. Black Mirror is one of my absolute favorite shows. Absolute favorite. And it's coming back. Yes, and I can't wait. Please watch it. There's only like one of the episodes that I didn't love, but oh my god, like I told a real life friend to watch Black Mirror, and now she thinks I'm seriously demented. Like she got super scared and had like nightmares, and she thought it was like sick and twisted, and she was like, I can't, this is awful. And she like turned, I don't even know what episode it was, but she was like, she watched like the one episode with Bryce Dallas Howard. She loved that, which was really good. But then she watched something darker and she freaked and she was like, I'm done with this series. I'm like, oh, it's so good. Like, whatever. She should watch San Junipero. That's really good. But she won't watch anymore, so I don't know. So, because San Junipero is not like, it's not hardcore. Ben says you don't, oh, the Bold Type. So many people have asked me to watch that. Is it really that good? Maybe I should try that next when I just have some time. Maybe this winter, or like during the holidays. I know, people have really asked me to, like, people have really begged me to watch that one, seriously. I never watched New Girl. Orphan Black was great. I did that for my channel. I've seen it all. It's over. I loved it. The wonderful ending, wonderful finale, wonderful series finale. Very good. I think some of you guys were probably here with me on my Orphan Black journey. I love Tatiana. I will definitely watch something. If she's in another series, I will watch. She's awesome. I would love to meet her. She is so cool. Hopefully she's a nice person. She seems super nice. It would be awful if she wasn't, right? It would be so sad. Yeah, I've never watched Stranger Things. I don't think I spoiled any. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just saying the finale's good and the show's good. No, never watched Slasher. I need to find that. I forget what channel it's on. Maybe something weird that I don't have. I probably would like that too. Never watched Teen Wolf, but I'm going to let you guys go. This was so much fun. Entourage! I kept waiting for someone to mention the dumb show with all the guys. Entourage. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you ever had a friend or anything that like gets upset if you don't like the same shows as they do, but that was how this guy was, and he was like mad if I didn't like the same shows as him, and he would just be like, we have to watch, just keep watching, you'll like it. And I'm like, I don't like this, but I kept watching. And then some shows I was like, I can't watch. After that, I was like, I don't want to watch. If I don't like it after like 1 or 2 episodes, I'm done. Like, I can't. But anyway, hope you guys have a great weekend. This was so fun. Sometimes we should just do chats and just talk about whatever. I've lost all the people who were here for, we were actually here for How to Get Away with Murder. They're like, there she goes again. Chiller. I don't know if I have Chiller. Well, Scandal, I got kind of bored with it. I don't know. But everyone's still like my mom watches it and she loves it. That's torture. That's not, well, we're not together anymore, this person. So, right. I thought it was weird. I thought it was weird that somebody would be mad because you didn't like the same, not like super angry, but just like annoyed. And another example of that is that he loved the show The Office. And I know everyone loves that, and I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I could not get into The Office. But he was offended that I couldn't get into it. But I just don't. I know everyone likes it. Like some of the YouTube people I like rant and about that, like how much they love it. And I just never could get into it. But I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you guys come on here and say you love The Office, cool. Like I'm not going to argue with you. Or if you tell me you don't like How to Get Away with Murder, but you just wanted to say hi. Okay. Like, I'm not going to force you to watch it. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend. It was really fun talking to you guys. Bye, guys.